should do that.
I do want to do it, but
Okay, and I will.
there needs to be two of me. Imagine what that world would be like.
I haven't had a chance to reschedule it for that.
Okay, we were just talking about that. We're gonna see if,
We'll have to check with the
Do you have a second?
yeah, right, because that affects both of us, because we both have to go to the training and we both are
This is
on that
just a
tour.
reallocation of funds.
So
But
we were
the word
wondering,
donation in
is-
there.
I forget which one
Last
we're
week you
doing.
decided you were going to do a contract with them.
So I'm
Yes.
wondering if
So
they
we're
could
gonna
That
do
is
that at the
correct.
same time,
So
Tuesday morning?
getting into donations, the city could, if you, I
That would
would
be-
probably talk with your council, but getting into trouble with donating rather than contracting.
Right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So, okay, I just wanted to.
Let me mark it on my.
Thank you. Thank you for being
Okay, you're
so
welcome, Rebecca. Thank you.
accommodating. There's just so many working parts. So.
so much.
Hey, how you doing?
Everybody?
Actually, Shirley, my mistake.
As you all sit down, you can hear the Sweet Adelines singing upstairs.
Good.
Yeah. No, I think Brody did.
Okay, I'd like to call the City Infrastructure Committee meeting for Thursday, February 14, 2019. Roll call of officers.
Council Moore,
Here.
Council Gibb,
Here.
Mayor Reed,
Present.
Council Armstrong,
Here.
Council Kelly,
Here?
Council Renzel,
Here.
At this time, if there are any persons who wish to address the council on agenda items only, please come forward. Seeing none, we'll move on to reports from department representatives and discussion with councilors. I just had won't read the whole thing, but we had a report from Jonathan Rock who couldn't be here.
Did everybody get that in your email box
Yeah.
today? Okay.
We're continuing to work on the dewatering and primary clarifier upgrades, mitigation process, and the CAP CSO upgrades. I just wanted to, at this time, mention about, there was some talk about that we have to renew our application with DEC for these sludge beds. So I know I heard some people mention they thought they were doing this in retaliation, but this is the end of a 5-year cycle. We have to re-up for that, and he has reapplied with the DEC to use those facilities, and we may, if something really drastic happened, that's our fourth choice, but if something happened, we really need to keep that up to date. So it's not anything unusual, it's just business as usual.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've had to renew it obviously a number of times since the plant had shut down. The analogy that was presented to me when we found out that there was all this conversation going on in the community is that people typically will renew their driver's license or their passport even if they don't plan to travel abroad. You do it because to try to reapply later on is a much bigger process than just simply renew something. So that's the status we're in. This happened a number of times in our last 20 years since the plant was out of operation. There's been absolutely no change in any plans with regard to the compost plant.
It only happens once every 5 years, so it's time.
Yeah, thanks for that clarification.
Okay, move on to the agenda items brought forward from the departments, to be approved by committee and recommended to council. Number one, a request from Mick and Anne Marie Farrell to hold a Pray America event on the steps of City Hall Thursday, May 2nd, 2019, 6 to 7 p.m. A tent will be installed and therefore insurance certificate and dig safe permit, if necessary, are required.
Is that a typo with
We're
Mick?
not doing this anymore.
Mike.
Right.
Okay, Mike.
That's how he writes it.
Okay.
So a tent won't be installed?
No.
Okay.
And also, it's Mike, not Mick.
Yeah, I got that.
Spell me.
Okay, number 2, request from Clinton County Emergency Services. The Common Council approves issuing a 9/11 address for cemetery parcel number 221.16-1-17.2 of 3 Lake Forest Drive.
What's with that mean?
Well, if somebody was to have an accident or somewhere, and that's a location, and somebody could call in for the fire department and ambulance or whatever.
No,
So they'll have
still
an
lost
address.
me, okay.
It's just so they'll have an address for that particular location.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, request from Chief WPCP Operator Chris Dushlow. That contract 2019-01 sodium hypochlorite for water pollution control plant and water filtration plant be awarded to Surpass Chemical for a sum of $115,000, $115,430.42.
Is that an annual project, Chris, or is that?
Usually there's contract extensions. These past few years, it's been kind of weird with chemical prices going up. I think tax levies and things like that. Not tax levies.
Tariffs.
Tariffs.
Have played a part. They did not. Our past supplier did not want to extend for another year, so we had to go out. And this one came back 1 cent per gallon more than our last one, but we had to do it because they wanted to change the
But it is
price.
budgeted and everything.
Yeah, this is actually not a lump sum, it's an estimated sum. Sodium hypochlorite is used for odor control, disinfection, so different scenarios call for more or less. But yeah, it's pretty much budgeted for that amount.
Do we ever check around for other vendors, or is?
Yep, that's what we
That's
just
what
did.
I
with
think
the
they
bid.
just.
This one was a bid, right? I remember reading that.
And is this the same vendor we have been working with?
No, we have used Surpass in the past. We had Slack, now we're back to Surpass. So they kind of play a little game, I guess. But we have had them before, but this is not the same one as the previous contract.
Okay.
Now, I imagine if I don't mind me going ahead to number 4, Jeff, that is the same situation with number 4, or?
Yeah, let's go. Why we got you here?
Yeah, so the laboratory services, this is actually an extension, so this is a lump sum. Usually it's the same exact test that we send out our wastewater sludge to get tested for EPA. So we know the exact test that we need.
And this is just an extension of the 2017 contract?
Correct.
How long is this extension for?
This is for another year. I believe they have 3 until we have to go out to bid again.
So that will be the next year then, 2020?
I believe so, yes. I can get back to you on that.
No, it's just, yeah.
Well, I think they have 3 extensions.
Right, 3, so, well,
This is the first extension.
this is the first extension, okay.
So they should have 1 or 2 more.
Thanks, Chris.
All right,
Thanks, Chris.
thank you.
Okay, and number 5, a request from Councilor Moore to establish a livable community advisory committee.
Oh, it's a beautifully composed set of
Had lots of
goals.
help.
Yeah, no, I love the way that was put together.
Did anybody want, was everybody copied on it? So really don't want to have to read it.
I'll make a motion for you to waive the reading. Can I do that? I can do
No, you know.
Don't-
Well, yeah,
don't-
that. Can I?
Don't we have to, I mean, should we at least read it once, either before this meeting or before the regular meeting?
It's not required, but the benefit of that is for the public who's listening in.
Right.
to-
Right, I
Right.
mean, there may be
So I
hearing
would say, why
We'll
don't
read
we
it
read it
now.
now and then?
Definitely not later.
for some people, the reading will be the only means by which they could access it.
Right.
Okay. Whereas the citizen advisory, whereas citizen advisory committees are valuable means of enhancing the exchange of ideas between city residents and the City of Plattsburgh Common Council. And whereas the advisory committees are able to focus on a single issue and are able to provide through research recommendations to the Common Council in a timely fashion. And whereas livability is the sum of the factors that add up to a community's quality of life, including the built and natural environments, economic prosperity, social stability and equity, educational opportunities, pedestrian access, crime and nuisance, beautification, culture, arts, entertainment, and recreational possibilities. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council establishes a livable community advisory committee. The purpose of the committee is to research and review issues and problems identified by city residents in their experience as city residents. Upon identifying of potential solutions that will enhance the livability for the city and the benefit of the residents, and further resolve that the members